everybody. We are back. We had a few technical difficulties with Mandy's storage on her phone, but we had left off with some back rows, so we're going to start that again. And Mandy and I are going to switch places because we realized as we looked back through it that she looked a whole lot shorter than she actually is standing next to me because of our setup. So we're going to switch this around so she doesn't look quite so short for now. So let's just go over those back rows really quickly one more time. So we're going hinged over, scapula first, elbows follow, braced through the belly. Brace, 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 abs pulled in nice and tight. Fantastic. I know you guys did a bunch of those before, so we're going to leave it right there.
What's next, Jen?
Next is our super fun foam roller that you're going to hang on to, and you're doing the band with, yes.
Yeah, Sculpt class people know this one well. And so you're going to use, oh, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So your foam roller can turn into a stability pole if you want it to be. You're going to take your tube and cross it over. You're going to brace. Brace again. And all you're going to do is slide your leg out here and here. So lots of people find it's easiest if you lift your heel first. That puts all your weight in your stationary foot. Then just pop up your toes and suddenly nothing changes in your posture. And you're just going to extend that leg right there.
What you guys don't know is that we've already done this.
That's right. We recorded this earlier, but it's good to do it again. So your foot is going to stay close to the ground so she can almost touch the ground out here and touch the ground in here. You're going to keep bracing. Lots of people find it easier to put their hand on their stomach to remind the stomach muscles, the abs, to stay braced. You want to have nice, beautiful, tall posture all the way out. Let's go ahead and make this a little bit more fun. You're going to just come in here, give yourself a little tiny break. You're going to brace. You're going to peel your heel up. Okay, that lets you get all your weight in your stationary foot. Pop up your toes and now turn that leg in so you're pigeon-toed. And from there, that's it. So if you're wondering what muscles are working here, put your hand on your own butt.
Not your neighbor.
And you can feel those muscles activate. And with that toe turned in, it should feel much worse. Okay? If you're also wondering, if you're wondering what else is going on, poke test yourself. It's incredibly technical, but you'll notice all of your obliques are firing, including lots of abs. So we're working everything from the top of our shoulders to the bottom of our pelvis. Okay, one more. Switch sides. Ooh, yep. And if you think the leg that was moving was doing all the work, it was only moving this stupid little tube or rubber band. Your stationary leg was supporting your beautiful 99 pounds. Okay, brace. Use your foam roller if you want to, or a chair or a box. There you go. So the action of lifting up your heel, then pop up your toes, gives your body the chance to move all of its weight over to one side so that nothing changes in your posture. You're trying to keep your pelvis perfectly level. If this is new to you, this is really hard and if it feels super frustrating, you're doing it right. All right, let's make this a little bit more fun on this side. We're going to stop, give yourself a little bit of a break, bend those things. So re-brace. That's it, brace again. Stand up nice and tall, peel your heel up off the floor, pop up your toes, and now turn your toe in so you're pigeon-toed, and now extend from there. And again, if you're wondering, how does that change? Put your hand right here on your own glute. And you can feel those glute meads firing up. That's it. Stay nice and strong. Make sure you're breathing. I know I should have said that like several minutes ago. And again, use any balance stabilizer because this is about balance, but it's mainly about the muscular work. It's not about that. All right, one more. Out and in and done. Awesome. What's next, Jen?
We're going to do upright rows.
Awesome.
So Mandy's going to use the band because I know a lot of you picked up the band from the club. I'm going to use hand weights because I know a lot of you also have hand weights. So big shoulder roll up and back, shoulders are down, abs are in, or as Mandy likes to call, brace, brace, brace. Belly button back to that spinal column. Hands come in, your thumbs are facing each other, and we're going to zip up our coat. And back down. And breathe. Try not to hold all that tension up and through that neck. Neck stays soft. Abs are in super, super tight. Doesn't that feel great? Deltoids. Up and down. Fantastic. You know what we don't have anymore?
Music.
Music. It's because the laptop's about to die.
I'll take this.
That's okay though. We'll just talk you through it. By the end, you'll be really tired of listening to us. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and do one more. Up, up, up. And down. Fantastic. And I believe we're gonna get ready to go to the floor.
Awesome.
Yes.
So, and I come on down on the floor. Thank you, ma'am. So I think the next thing we're gonna do are some stretches.
Yes.
All right, so we started doing this in Sculpt class a little while ago. You can use your foam roller if you have one. You can use a blanket or a pillow or your dog if it'll stay around, or even a friend, just to support your knees. So you're gonna lay down, slap up your knee on there. You're gonna take your bottom arm and hold that knee down. You're gonna take your top arm behind your ear, all pretty and sexy like, and you're just gonna roll forward and touch your roller. And you're gonna slowly roll back, keeping your knee attached to that roller, and your goal is to touch the floor. Don't be surprised if the floor seems really far away. You want your elbow and your shoulder to come back to the floor. We're gonna do 6 or 7 of these. Each time you may notice that you get to go a little bit further. Again, you're using your top knee stationary on your roller or your dog or your pillow. If you get to the point where you can easily touch the floor, just roll your hips forward a little bit more, and that'll give you more distance to cover so that you can get a good stretch. What you're doing is stretching out those obliques, stretching out through your core, stretching out through the face of your shoulders so that you can use your muscles in your upper back efficiently. All right, flip on over when you're ready. I don't have Joanne here counting, as she normally does for me in class, so we know how many we did. Oh boy, that's tight on that side. Just gonna roll forward a bit, Jen, because otherwise I'm gonna hit you. Oh, take your time, never go into a painful range.
I know, Mandy, we had discussed it on our first video that, you know, we no longer have. Do you find that one side is tighter than the other?
Oh, absolutely. Everybody has a dominant side, a dominant hand, a dominant foot, a dominant eye, and a dominant ear. And you use those more than the other side. And so one side is going to be stronger, one side is going to be tighter. We do want equal flexibility. So if you find you can't get down to the floor on one side, do more on that one side. It doesn't have to be inside a workout. It can just be something that you do during your day. It feels awesome to lengthen through your spine, lengthen through your body. Awesome. I think we're going to do some bridges now.
I think we're going to do W's first.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so we just stretched out through the front of our body. So now we can start to tone up or work on the back of our body. So all you're going to do here, the hardest thing is to remember keeping your abs braced. So brace your beautiful abs, suck your belly button up inside your body. And then you're just going to extend your arms up here. And what I want you to do before we start is just move your shoulder blades a little bit. It's a tiny little motion, so brace. Your neck is long, your nose is down. Just want you to pull your shoulder blades down. Okay, that's a tiny little movement. Now I want you to brace, lift your arms off the floor, pull your shoulder blades down, and then follow your elbows all the way down to your rib cage. Extend. Let's do that again. Shoulder blades first, elbows down. The reason you move your shoulder blades first is it's possible to W your arms here without actually moving your shoulder blades. And this is about getting more strength into your upper back. Let's just do 2 more, Jen. Okay, abs still braced. If you want to, you can make this a little bit tougher by lifting your legs up off the floor. Let's do 1 more and hold it. So reach out really long, legs off the floor is the option. Pull your shoulder blades, bring everything down and hold it. Just hold. Hold, still breathing though. Never stop that.
It's always important, most important.
And relax.
Fantastic. We're going to roll over onto our back. I'm going to cue Mandy through this. I'm just going to talk her through this really quick so that way you can see what I'm talking about. Her feet are going to come in as close as she can get them to her bum. Fantastic, because we're going to be working on bridges. Mandy is going to use the band because she wants a little bit more resistance with this. Elbows on the ground. I'm going to hold this for you, and then I'll give it back to you when you're done. Hands up. Bum lifts. Squeezing the glutes like she's got a $100 bill on the crack of her bum. Or, as we said in the previous video, a thing of hand sanitizer. Now, if you cannot get up onto your shoulder blades, that's where you're going to use your elbows to push you up. So don't be afraid to use those elbows to push and to brace yourself. Abs are always in nice and tight. And I know Mandy can do these without her elbows on the ground, which is why she is going to hold on to her
own tube, my own resistance.
Your own resistance. Fantastic. So if you feel like you can lift and lower with those bridges, with those arms up without having to use those elbows to push you up off the ground, you go right ahead. If you feel this more in the back of your legs, in your hamstrings, you need to get those feet in closer to your bum. So don't ever be afraid to reset walk those feet back in.
Rebrace.
Rebracing that core, squeezing your bum. You can always feel if you're squeezing that bum or not, or your glutes.
That's right. And remember, if you ever have any pressure or pain in your low back, come back down to the floor. Just reset by bracing. Imagine your little brother or sister is about to sock you in the stomach. You brace, come on back up again. You're not looking to have arch in your back. You're looking to have a neutral or a natural back.
Squeezing your core or bracing helps protect your lower back.
That's right. Keep her strong. I've got my tube around, or my TheraBand around my knees, and all I'm doing is slightly pulling against that, just creating a little bit more tension. It's an add-on. You don't have to have it.
Now, we're all done with that, so we're going to do our little bonus exercise, because if you've ever been to Mandy's Sculpt class, you know that push-ups are their favorite thing. Not mine, but theirs. So for my LiteFit group, if you want to do your push-ups on the wall, that would be fantastic. Remember to write down how many you've done, so that way we can watch your progression as we go. And Mandy's going to remind her group of what they need to do.
That's right. Sculpt people, you guys all know how to do your push-ups. You're gonna do either just plain old push-ups, write down as many as you can do. You're going to do your descending push-ups. You're going to do your initiation push-ups. You can do your push-up challenge and see how low you can come and hold it for 10 seconds. But I really, really want you to write it down somewhere. Use a pencil, write it on the wall. You can erase it later. But look at that. After all these days when we're all isolating ourselves and not able to go to the gym, when we're done all this and we can all come back to the gym, you'll be able to see that even outside the gym you were able to progress and maintain or even elevate your fitness.
And one other thing about the push-ups, if you have a set of stairs, you can always do your push-ups on the stairs too, and slowly walk yourself down the stairs as you get better.
Super measurable. Very satisfying.
Okay, so pause the video, you all go and do your push-ups, and then when you're back, we're going to do cool down, which we'll go to now.
Okay,
that was a nice pause.
welcome back. We're going to do a little cool down. So I'd like to start on the floor.
Sure, we're already here.
Just like we did those stretches earlier, I'm going to have you pull your knees up to your chest, put your forearms behind your knees, and just let your back flatten out on the floor. Oh, feels really good. Just a little side to side. Oh, yeah. What you would like to do is get your knees to touch the face of your shoulder. If you look at that and it makes you laugh because it's a really big distance between your knee and the face of your shoulder, do this more. It doesn't have to be in a workout. Whenever you can, pull those knees in. You want your hip flexibility back again. You used to have this flexibility. You've just misplaced it, but you can find it again just by doing this more. We're going to bring our knees together in the center. You're going to open up your arms nice and wide from your shoulders, and you're very gently and slowly going to let your knees fall all the way down to the floor. Take your time, take your time, take your time. Oh yeah, perfect. Really slowly and gently, I'd like you to turn and look away from your knees. Okay, close your eyes. Take in 2 big deep breaths right into your chest. And roll over the other way. Knees in, and very slowly, there's no race, it's a really big stretch. Let both knees come all the way down to the floor. That's it. Oh yeah. When your legs are where you like them, turn, look away from your knees, close your eyes, take 2 big deep breaths right into your chest. Fantastic. Alrighty, come on up.
Let's go ahead and move into 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. Up nice and tall. Ooh. Hands get placed on top of your thigh. Walk forward, walk forward, walk forward. Find that sweet spot. If here is all you can do, then here is all you can do. You can wrap your head down around, your leg. You feel free to do that. Just be conscious of your breath. Big inhales in. Exhales out. And I just want you to release that for a minute, and then I want you to go back down into it and see if you can't get a little bit deeper.
You can make that a little bit bigger stretch by just grabbing your toes. That's good.
Let's go ahead and switch to the other side. This is the section I always like to tell my clients that this is where I realize I have not shaved my legs in a while.
It's a pandemic. Everybody already knows I don't shave in the winter.
It's a good call.
I don't have time. I hope everybody's drinking lots and lots of water, going for walks outside. Both are proven to support your immune system. Science shows that time in nature increases immune function. And who doesn't want a stronger immune system right now?
That's right. And just to let you guys know, we just heard from Karen and Ann. They are going to let Mandy and I and whoever else wants to join us for instructors go to Lakeshore to do a couple videos for you there so we can have a little bit more space to do this. So we're pretty excited about that. So we're going to try to do that within the week and get those out to you all.
Very awesome.
Are you ready to go up?
Yep. This is a nice, easy way to support your body. Beautiful. We're just going to do a calf stretch. Good old fashioned. Push your heel to the ground. If you can, make sure both sets of your toes are pointing in the same direction and just really push your heel into the ground. Roll on up. Push her down one more time. You're using your body weight coming forward to provide the leverage on the back there. And then all you're going to do is transfer all your weight into your back foot and bend your knee, keeping your heel on the ground. Turns it into a super weird little stretch, but you're focusing on soleus, the muscle group that actually only comes down your calf and underneath your foot. If you've ever had plantar fasciitis, you know what soleus is all about. This is the anti-plantar fasciitis stretch. Right, switch sides. So your body weight is forward, your hips are forward. Push your heel into the ground. Again, lift up. Replace her down again. Just have a look down at your feet. Make sure both sets of toes are pointing in the same direction. Move your hips forward a little bit more. Push that heel down. And now transfer your weight to your back foot and bend your back knee, keeping your heel down on the ground. That's it. You just want to make sure that your back foot is pointing forwards. Feel that funny, weird stretch. Alrighty.
Fantastic. From there, I want you to think about two separate railroad tracks. We have railroad tracks coming. You're on them separately, so feet aren't in line. 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. Up nice and tall. And I want you just to hinge through your hips. So legs are nice and straight, and you're just going to move through this to start. Just down, 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 and then come back up. And I want you to notice where you're feeling some tension. Where do you feel tightness? Now on this down, I want you to find that tension, and I want you to hold it. Nice flat back. Everybody's going to be in a different position because we all carry tension in different areas. Good big inhale in. And exhale. Then switch sides. Separate railroad tracks, toes pointed forward, moving through the movement. Taking notice, where do I feel that tension? This time go down and hold. Big inhale in, exhale. Fantastic.
Fantastic. I'd like you to turn around. Well, you don't have to turn around, but you're going to interlace your fingers. You're going to brace your abs, and you're going to straighten your arms. What you'd like to do is lock your elbows forward. So this is the eye of your elbow for all of the yoga people. They know about that. What you'd like to do is be able to get the eye of the elbow forward, keeping the bottom edge of your gorgeous rib cage pointing down at your beautiful hip bone. So this is locked in. Your chest stays nice and low, and you're just going to pump this for a little bit here. You're just going to try to extend. What you'd like to do is eventually lock your elbows all the way straight. Okay? If you can get those elbows locked and straight, then you can go ahead and try to lift them. If they don't, if you cannot turn your elbows, all you're going to do is keep pumping. Because if you try to lift from here, this is what you get, and nobody wants to train this.
Bad posture.
That's right. So, elbows straight, rib cage locked down, hips are still neutral. Big deep breath right into your rib cage. Fantastic. And you can release that. And how about we grow our spines a little bit taller? It's still my goal. Still aiming to crack 5'2 3/4 in my height, nice and tall. One of these days, if I just move closer to the camera, I
She
get
looks
taller.
taller.
Yeah. Okay, nice big deep breath. All the way in and all the way out.
Let's do a big forward fold. One more time. Forward fold down. Now inhale up. Exhale. Thanks, guys.